We go to the Mavericks and the Pistons here. The Mavericks road favorite 7, total 235.5.
Okay. Detroit's been a hard team to figure out all year. They started the season. I thought they'd be a borderline play-in type of a team. They've got a good coach, good young talent. They've got a budding superstar in Cade Cunningham. But they went on that massive losing streak, and they never quite recovered. They did have a stretch of games where they were covering a lot of games, especially as double digits. They were like undervalued in the market because of that losing streak, and they weren't ever really that bad as the record had gotten so bad. They weren't that bad. But they've come back to earth a little bit here. They are, with 20 games left in the season, they are tied with Washington with the amount of wins. They both just have 10. So, but the thing with the Pistons is it doesn't look like they're tanking like all the other bottom feeders. They play hard when you watch their games. They're well coached. Monty Williams is I think they're going with culture over the draft lottery. So I think they're just going to let the ping pongs fall where they will, and they're just finishing off the year tough. So it's not a team that you can just chalk and up to. Now, Dallas has been another tricky team, though. They started the season without any depth. Derek Lively was a nice fit for them, but when he went down, they had no paint protection. They were counting on guys like Dwight Powell and Derek Jones Jr., where, nothing against those guys, but those can't be your main contributors on the team. But at the deadline, they made some nice pickups. P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford. Gafford was a really nice one because of the paint protection that they needed. And those additions coincided with the roster getting healthy and Kyrie and Luka playing very well together. Probably the best that I've seen them play as a duo since they've been together. And because of that, from February 5th to February 22nd, they went on a 7-game winning streak. And I thought they were a real contender and that they had turned things around. But since then, it's almost like they're back to their old selves. They've gone 2-5 since then. They're too soft. They don't play enough defense. Luka is a huge defensive liability. I know he has an ankle issue, but he was a liability to begin with anyways, and now everybody's just blowing by them. With all that said, I don't think the Pistons are tanking, so we can't just go with that. Williams has them playing hard, and with this big of a number to lay with the Mavericks, I'm just not willing to do it. I think Cade Cunningham should have a field day against the guards of the Mavericks, and I think that Detroit can bully them down low with their bigs.
All right, Joe Schultz get his screenplays over at TonySports.com. Mavericks and Pistons. He likes the Pistons here at +7. Hey guys, click the link in the description to find Joseph's handicapper page. He gets signed to one of his long-term passes.